Hey y'all. So today's gonna be another fire demonstration. I'm gonna talk about a ferrocerium rod. Ferrocerium rods, virtually everybody knows what it is, mostly by the name of Ferro Rod, which is basically just short for ferrocerium. These rods are a combination of several different metals, and they just, when you strike a hard surface down on them, you get these really hot sparks. These sparks are 2,000 degrees and more most of the time. And you can get a lot of sparks out of just one strike. This is one of mine. I have a bunch of them because I really absolutely love these things. I like to get the cheap ones. They work just as well as the expensive ones. The only difference is the striker. Okay, if you want a decent striker, you're going to have to go for the expensive ones. The cheap ones, the strikers suck. But this one I keep with my multi-tool. When I use it, I use the back edge of my saw blade okay, these things, if you could freeze them, in mid-air and keep them as bright as they are, they'd be as brighter than the sun. But in any case, these things are over 2,000 degrees, but they're not exactly easy to light all tinders with. You've got, the petroleum jelly cotton balls and all that, get go. But it's still not all weather. In other words, that's going to be hard to maintain in the wind. I have made something I call tinder paper. It is paper towels soaked in a solution of spectracide stump remover. You soak it and you let it dry. That's all you do. Okay. Now what I've got down here is, one, I've got my tinder paper. I've got different bits of birch bark. I'm going to save a couple different pieces of it for a little later. Okay. I'm going to keep all this birch bark here. I've got this dry grass. Turn the camera down. Okay. Okay, so what I've got here is my tinder paper. It helps, as always, if you fluff something up, give it as much surface area as you can. Alright. Then all you gotta do is get a good spark onto this paper. There we go. What you need is a good coal bed. And that'll give you a really good coal bed, really quickly too. My problem was I was using too little paper. And it wasn't soaked really good either, so. But that's how you do that with my tinder paper. Alright. Now, if you have just the rod, you don't have the tinder paper, the special stuff. You can just lightly scrape some of this stuff off and get a nice little pile of this birch bark here. You want it really fine. This bark isn't being very cooperative with me at the moment, so I'm just going to shred it like this. You really want a nice little pile of the stuff, all crumbled up and so forth. Now, how I like to do it, this is first you gotta straighten this top stuff off. Like to hold this saw blade at an angle. And then I like to pull back. Here, watch. Alright. Now I'm hoping you can see this on the camera, but and there you go. And then you can take your bigger pieces and start adding them and so forth. Alright, next thing you can do is find something even better. This is my personal favorite. Fine dry grasses and milkweed fluff. So, once again, get into your position and pull back. That'll help to direct all the sparks into the area. Boom. Alright. Okay. So that's pretty much it with the Ferro Rod. They're relatively cheap, about $4 to $10 per, depending on the quality. Some of them are in excess of $15 and $20. But let me tell you what, most of the Swedish Fire Steel ones, they're kind of thin, but you get over 2,000 strikes out of them. So if you're really good, that's 2,000 fires, or more, or less rather. On average, I'd say about 1,500 fires. So, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be doing more things here, discussing ways to make fire. That's just one. That's the Ferro Rod. The Ferro Rod's one of my favorite fire tools, fire making tools. It's really fun, really easy. And it does take practice, takes a lot of practice. So I would recommend you practice with it a lot. But in any case, if you're interested in that crap tinder paper I make, it's not as effective as a lot of things, but it's easy to make. You can make a lot of it, and it burns in the wind. You know, once you get a spark on, it's off. So I mean, really the main thing you need to do is use a lot of it. I haven't used it very much, but it's kind of, for me, it's more fun to play with than it is to use. Because I mean, you know, you hit it with a spark and all of a sudden it's just turning into this giant engulfing flame. But anyway, spectracide stump remover, mix it with water, and soak it in paper. That is it. But in any case, I'll see y'all in the next video. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, see y'all later.